Hello, hello, hello. My name is Beatrice Matero. Welcome to the beach. Now, today we are here with DJ Akio after a thrilled event last week. Can you?
Thank you for having me. Great to be
Thank
here.
you for having us. So, tell me, what got you into DJ?
I loved hip hop, and it was more just going beyond just wanting to love the music. I also kind of wanted to be a part of it. So in those days, you did everything that was involved in hip hop. You would DJ if you could, you would rap, you would dance, and you would do graffiti. So we did everything, but you find out what you're good at and what you're not good at. And I was a little bit better at DJing than everything else. So I started focusing on that, and I bought a turntable and a mixer with a friend, and then he bought the other turntable. So we just started throwing parties in our house and DJing for our friends, and that's kind of how it started.
Wow. Apart from South Africa, USA, Japan,
Yeah.
which other country would you prefer to work or stay?
So I love Rwanda. Rwanda's an amazing place. They really looked out for me and embraced me, and the people are amazing. It's so safe. The infrastructure is growing. It's a really I really like Rwanda's cool. I've also started playing a lot in Kampala, which is also really cool. They party a lot. They're fun people, also really cool. So I've enjoyed those places quite a bit.
I'm a bit sad you didn't say Dar es Salaam.
I thought you meant besides Dar es Salaam. I thought you meant besides. Yeah, but I've been here a lot. I lived here in 2020 and 2021. I was staying in Mikocheni for a bit. Yeah, and just getting to know the city, and then also I was in Zanzibar a lot during that time.
So let's talk about Street Soul. It is huge now. What sparked the idea, and did you expect it to blow up?
So the idea always kind of comes from I always like to do things that are different. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. And for me, I had a love for R&B for a long time, and but I was still mainly doing hip hop because in South Africa, the hip hop golden era was 2011 to 2016. So it was around 2015, 2016. I was playing a lot more R&B. So I was like, you know what, man? What about an R&B party just that's only R&B and focuses on party songs for girls? You know what I'm saying? That was kind of the concept. But I was so busy, I sat on it for 4 years, and then when COVID happened, I'm like, all right, let me come up with something new. At that time, Amapiano was really starting to explode, so everybody moved to Amapiano. The hip hop DJs all of a sudden were Amapiano DJs, everybody was doing that. So for me, I was like, okay, everybody's doing this, now is the perfect time for me to do this. Let's go a different direction. So, also for me, R&B, I think around 2011 to 2016 wasn't too great. I think during that time, it was really just Chris Brown, who was the only R&B singer that was really doing anything. Then around 2016, SZA, Summer Walker, all these new era, Bryson Tiller, all these new R&B artists started coming again. So hip hop was kind of on the decline, and all the new school R&B was on the way up. So, I kind of refound my love for R&B. So that's kind of the concept for Strictly Soul. And did I know it was going to be big? I thought it could. In my heart, I thought that it could be big because nobody else is doing it, and I know that people love R&B. It was just figuring out how to make it work.
Oh, but did it scare you at first? Because R&B is not a go-to in first.
Yeah, it's not. But the way that we built it up, and again, it was during COVID, so it really started off with 50 people
Oh,
for the first month, then 70 people, then 100 people, and then after 3 months we have to move to a bigger venue. Now it's 200 people, now it's 300 people. So we started to see as it went. But I think one thing that we did know is that I believed it could be we could play a club style R&B set, because if I looked at the Rihannas, the Beyoncés, the Trey Songz, the T-Pains, it's about controlling the pace of the music, So I was confident that it could be a party genre. It's just nobody had done it.
since since it's already big, do you have anything bigger in plan? Maybe a festival or a
Yeah.
festival?
So we have thought about, we want to do some international concerts, so bringing artists here. We're also thinking about doing a festival as well in East Africa. I don't want to say too much yet, but we do have an idea. Um, so those are two things. And then in addition to that, we're in 8 countries in Africa, hopefully 9 from next month, but we want to expand to the East. So not really the US or Europe, we want to expand to the Middle East, Asia, so Singapore, Philippines, like that type of stuff. Because I know they love R&B too, and no one's doing it there yet, so that's kind of the idea.
Okay, so it's already April, but anything big you're planning? You at DJ Akio.
So we are planning to launch in Singapore. That's going to be quite big. We've got a big announcement tomorrow, but I can't say what it is until tomorrow. But it's like a really nice collaboration with a record label, working with as part of a project of an artist I used to love when I was a kid, and then outside of that, man, just a lot of shows. But I'm also looking forward to, in August, I'm going back to Japan for a couple weeks just to hang out, lay low. Maybe I'll DJ, maybe I won't DJ, but I'm just gonna hang out.
Let's talk a little bit about you.
Yeah.
So when you were young, did you dream of becoming who you are today?
Sort of. Yes. Oh, can I go back to one other thing that I'm looking forward to? Keisha Cole. She's going on tour in South Africa, and I'm DJing all 3 shows for Keisha Cole, so I'm excited about that. So when I was a kid, I definitely dreamed about being in entertainment and on TV. That was always my dream. But my parents were both immigrants in the U.S., so there was no. They didn't believe it was possible. They were like, you're crazy. You have to become a lawyer. You have to become a banker, something like that. So I kind of held it in, a lot, even through university. And it was only later in my 20s that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Let me be this person that I thought I could be. So
if you wanted to DJ,
yeah.
who would you have been? Do you see similar to what you are?
I would probably would have been in like finance or a lawyer or something like that. Because also music and DJing, if it wasn't for that, I'm quite shy. So it was music and performing that made me be more expressive. So I think that if it wasn't for that, I'd be like very content having a job that just was making money and like not anything that drew attention. Yeah.
Which other art are you interested in from music?
I enjoy like videography and editing and stuff like that. I think it's fun to shoot video. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of the main other thing that interests me. I was like, if I'm going to get into a creative field after music, maybe video.
What do you do if you want to unwind?
I love playing basketball. Yeah. Yeah. So I do enjoy playing basketball. That's one. And I like cooking as well. Like cooking is like I can zone out of everything, have a drink, cook, and also from where I started as a DJ and as an event promoter, it's about bringing people together. And what I like about cooking is it's the same thing. You bring people together, So those are the 2 things I enjoy.
Any African food you can cook well?
That I can cook well. I don't. Okay, South African food, I can do some like curries and stuff like that pretty well. I feel like I guess that's, but still South African stuff, right? I feel like I can do pretty well. I don't know if I can say that I can do it well. Most of my specialty is like Japanese, Italian, Mexican, and like US type food as well. But you know what it is? So when I learn to cook a dish, I usually learn to cook it because I can't get it. You see what I'm saying? So I started making like tacos because you couldn't buy tacos in South Africa. So if I can get it, I usually just eat it somewhere else. Yeah.
Maybe when you're in South Africa, you can try garlic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so my
Um,
name Akio Kawahito is Japanese. So Akio means the boy of autumn because I was born in September. So in Northern Hemisphere, that's autumn. And just by comparison, my brother's Japanese name is Kazuo, which is the boy of summer, because he was born the first day of summer. And my surname is Kawahito, and Kawa means river, and Hito means people, like river people. So my ancestors are from Shikoku Island, and there's a river that goes through it.
oh,
And when I was there in August last year, I got to go to the river and swim in the river that my name comes from. So
oh, that's really
Yeah.
nice. And something else. How many years since you created Bound Street Soul?
that was 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so we're in our fifth year.
So between 2020 and now, is there any moment, any show that stands out?
I would say when we first tried to do a warehouse party in Cape Town. Before then, I think we were doing around 300 or 400 people, and then we're like, yo, let's go big, and we did like 1,500 people, and it was like one of the biggest R&B shows in the history of Africa. Um, that was an amazing moment, and I would say the show in Rwanda during the BAL, Basketball Africa League, that was also like a really amazing moment as well. Um, and then like some of the concerts. Oh, so I got to open up for Black and Snow Allegra and Ira Star
Yeah.
in South Africa. That was also an amazing moment. It was like, 15,000 people, and I got to play in between all the artists, and I absolutely murdered it. So that was a really amazing moment.
Since you started DJing a little later in your 20s, right? Do you wish you could have started early?
Yes and no. You know what I would say? Like a couple things. Like one, I think that I'm handling everything better because I'm older. When you're younger, I think that there's too many other temptations and it's difficult to stay on. Yeah, and I think the other thing that I want to like emphasize to everybody is that I only hit I've been doing well for 12, 13 years, but like right now I'm at my biggest, and I just want people to know that you don't have to be in your 20s. You know what to still make it. You can still make it. Like, yeah, there's always time. If you commit and you believe in yourself, you can still make it. Don't ever think the time has run out. To give up on your dreams.
Do you wish to mix a little bit R&B, maybe, and some local sounds?
Yeah, so I try. So I mix a decent amount of Afrobeat because to me that's West African R&B, and then also South Africa as well. We do throw in I throw in as much South African R&B as I can, but also some of the soulful piano I'll put in a little bit, and then from region to region, I'd like to learn more. But I always pay attention. Like, for example, when I'm in Kenya, I'll play some Sauti Soul. Like, I'll play some other stuff. But the DJs that play before me, the local DJs, I really tell them, don't just play American and UK R&B. Please play R&B from your country as well, because I don't know it, So I want you to play it so I can hear it, and also so the crowd can hear it. I don't want them to play the same things I play.
Since you travel a lot, what doesn't miss in your bag?
What's in my bag?
It doesn't matter where
Oh,
you go.
wherever I go.
You always have it, apart from your phone, of course.
And my equipment.
Yeah.
What is always in my bag? Probably like my headphones. Yeah, the iPods. Yeah, just because like you're traveling so much, you just got to listen to music, zone out. I download like a lot of YouTube and videos and stuff just so just help sleep or whatever. So I'd say that's important. And then also I always take a travel pillow.
Oh.
Just because you never know when you're gonna sleep. And I'll tell you, it's when we travel a lot, sometimes There's been times I've played here at the club, finished at 5 o'clock, and had to go straight to the airport to catch a flight at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So you just have to sleep when you can, whenever you can get a moment to sleep, like 15 minutes, 1 hour, do it, because when it's time to perform, it doesn't matter if you're tired or not, you have to give 1,000%.
Your favorite food?
Favorite food is, I would say, Japanese food. I love me some Japanese food, and not just sushi, like just, across the board. I'd say after that, Mexican food. Love me some Mexican food. Yeah. So my brother lives in LA. So when I go to LA, I like to hit the taco trucks and everything like that.
You have a fridge, right?
Yes.
What doesn't miss?
So, so now that I travel so much, my fridge is more empty than before things got big. Before it got big, there was always like food. So always fresh vegetables. So tomato and onion, just because I would make a lot of pastas as well. Those are major for me. Also chicken. So having chicken in the fridge because it's quite versatile as well. Those are kind of the main things. And then also having a bottle of champagne in there. And the reason for that is you never know when you're going to celebrate something. So always keep that there. And if you're working hard, then there's always lots of reasons to celebrate. So keep a bottle of champagne just in case there's a win and you have to pop it.
So that's a wrap for today. Catch a useful story in the beat this Friday in the Citizen newspaper. Ciao, ciao.